Namaskaram. We are continuing with the Mahabharata. We were in the Pauloma Parvam, the Sapparvam Pauloma, in which we just completed the story of Ruru and Pramadvara. Where we stopped was that Ruru tried to kill a non-poisonous snake, Dindibha, and it stopped Ruru by saying that he is a harmless snake and he has done no harm to him. And he revealed himself as a sage who was cursed to become a serpent, and he got redemption after Ruru tried to kill him. He went saying that for a Brahmin it is wrong to do himsa, violence. The truth, ahimsa, truth saying, and the learning of Veda and teaching of Veda. These are all the duties of Brahmins. He gave a hint to a sacrifice done by Janamejaya, who was the last of the Pandavas in the story. And Janamejaya did a serpent sacrifice in revenge for the Takshaka snake killing his father Parikshit by biting him. And in revenge, Janamejaya started a serpent sacrifice. Janamejaya was a king, a Kshatriya, and it was stopped by Astika, who was a Brahmin. Maybe this, what is it called, this Dindibha, I think he was Sahasrapad was the name. He gave that incident just to say it is okay for a Kshatriya to, what is it called, to do himsa, because that is part of their work. As a king, he will have to punish people and all that. But for a Brahmin, it is wrong. That is why an Astika, a Brahmin, came to save the remaining serpents. And the story of Ruru and Pramadvara ends there, but the Pauloma Parvam continues. We shall get back to that, but presently we will go to the story of Pandavas where we left it. We will continue with the childhood stories of Pandavas and Kauravas. Before that, something about the background of Mahabharatam. There are, in this Pauloma Parvam, there are some 100 more pages to cover. It's not small. That's why by the time we finish it, we will lose interest in the main story. So let us get back to the main story. We said there are 18 main parvams in Mahabharatam, and we are in the first main parvam called Adi Parvam. Each has got Anukramanika or index subparvam, Parva Sangraha Parvam or summary of all the 18 parvas, Paushya, which we didn't cover, and Pauloma, which we just started, and then it goes on to do Amshavataranam, in which the birth of Vedavyasa occurs, and we covered that. And after Amshavataranam, there are lots of other stories. The previous births of Pandavas and Kauravas, some of them were Devas, gods, and some others were Asuras. So that is Amsavataranam. And then it goes to Sambhava Parvam, which has got the story of Shakuntala and Yayati. We did cover Yayati story, but Shakuntala story we shall get into. And this Sambhava Parvam then goes into birth of Bhishma and birth of Kauravas and Pandavas. And we will get back to that story where we left it, so that we don't lose interest in the main story. Now, about the start of Bharatam. Vedavyasa was the grandfather of both Kauravas and Pandavas, and he was also like a patron to the family. Whenever there was a problem, he would appear on the scene and give advice, suitable advice. And he witnessed directly or indirectly the whole story, the complete destruction which occurred at the result of, by the result of the 18 days of war. It was disastrous. The family was annihilated except for Parikshit, who was the last born. And Parikshit was the king who inherited the kingdom. 18 Akshauhinis fought the war. Akshauhini we will define later on. It's an army. There were 18 of them. And everyone in that, except a few Pandavas, were killed. So it was a total destruction. And Vyasa witnessed it, and he was grief-stricken. So at the end, he says in a shloka, he says, Urdhvabahu viraumyesha na chakaschid chrunoti mam. Urdhvabahu, I raise both my hands in desperation and I cry out. What do I cry out? It says, but nobody listens to me. What does he cry out? Dharma dharthascha kamascha. From dharma, from following the right path, the artha, that is riches, and kama, the desires, the worldly enjoyment, all will follow naturally. You don't have to work for them. Just do your duty, adhering to dharma. That's what Vedavyasa says. Dharma dharthascha kamascha sadharma kim na sevyate. And why doesn't anyone follow that dharma? It's so obvious that you just have to adhere to your dharma and you will get everything else. But nobody listens to me. That is what he lamented after writing Mahabharata in 125,000 verses. Anyway, that's about, and not only that, in Mahabharatam, during the war, almost every day, Duryodhana, the Kaurava chief, elder, will go to his mother, Gandhari, and prostrate before her and plead for, Mother, bless me for victory. And Gandhari doesn't say, okay, be victorious. No, she doesn't say that. She says, Yato dharma tato jaya. Where is dharma and there is victory. It goes, hand in hand. It doesn't say Duryodhana should win. If Duryodhana follows the rightful way, he will win. That was her, what is it called, stand. So, throughout Bharata, Vyasa conveys the meaning, the message, dharma. Now, we said 18 main parvas in Mahabharata. And the war lasted 18 days. Not only that, 18 Akshauhinis or 18 armies participated in the war. Bhagavad Gita, which is one of the main themes of Mahabharata, is in 18 chapters. So the number 18 somehow seems to have a significance. And in India, Bharatam, there is a system called Kata Payadi. If you follow the alphabets in most Indian languages, Sanskrit, Malayalam, Telugu, Kannada, all the North Indian languages, they all have this order, starting with Ka, 10 syllables, and then another 10 syllables starting with Ta, Ka, Kha, Ga, Gha, Nga, Cha, Cha, Ja, 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 Ta, Ta, Da, Da, Na, Ta, Tha, Da, Da, Na, then Pa, 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 Ba, Bha, Ma, only 5. Then Ya, Ra, La, Va, Sha, Sha, Sa, Ha, La. There are 10, 10, 5, 10. These are the groups, and they are Ka, Ta, Pa, Ya. Katapayadi means starting with these 4 letters. And there is a system of giving, that is the basis for assigning letters or syllables to these numbers. Ka is given 1, Kha is given 2, Ga is given 3, and so on. And using that formula, names are given to numbers. So this 18 is 8 is Ya, sorry, Ja, Cha, Ka, Kha, Ga, Gha, Ga, Cha, Cha, Ja, and Ya is 1. So 18 is Ja at the end and Ya at the beginning. But for convenience, I will explain the reason later, it is inverted. So Ya, Ja becomes Jaya. And Jaya, by what Gandhari said, is equivalent to Dharma. So the theme of Dharma is repeated throughout Mahabharata. We shall continue this tomorrow. Namaskaram.